Welcome into a quick tutorial on leveling up our progress bars. We have a little slider here, and we can see we have all kinds of options we have our standard progress bar that's just a horizontal line. We have one that's a unique custom shape. We've got circles that go clockwise and counterclockwise, and then we've got this custom shape as well as this image that has a fill feature. So let's jump right in and let's level up our progress bars. Alright, let's do a little basic setup. Our scene is going to be a node 2D. I'm going to hit Control A. We're going to add a horizontal slider. If I can spell slider correctly, we're going to add a horizontal slider. And this is just what we're going to use to test out all of our progress bars. We're going to jump down here to layout. We're going to give it an X of 500 and a Y of 20. That's just going to make it easier to see. We're going to drag it down here to the bottom of our window. Just remember that this frame right here is our viewable surface. And then I want to do Control A again. And all of the examples we're going to do are going to be texture progress bars. So starting with the simple just line progress bar, I'm going to, I have two images. I have a line that is red, and I have the exact identical PNG of a line with transparent background that is green. For this one, we're just going to do left to right. I'm going to have a script here. Oh, heck. There we go. It's going to extend node 2D. And with the H slider selected, I'm going to go over here to the inspector, click on node, and I'm going to connect on value changed. I'm going to hit connect, and then all we're going to do is we're going to say $ texture progress bar dot value equals $ H slider dot value, and that's just going to mean as we move the slider, our progress bar will update. I'm going to hit play. I haven't selected a scene yet, so I'm just going to select current, and boom, here we are. And you can see as I go from 0 to 100, my simple green progress bar moves. But what if I want something a little more complicated? Let's take a look at a custom image. Alright, so how about our custom one? I have a different PNG. I'm going to go back over here to the inspector. I'm going to go click on my texture progress bar, and then I've got this thing I've called a curved image, which is just an image I made in Inkscape that has a shape to it, and then I'm going to do the green version of that into progress. We're going to hit play, and then as you can see, it follows that custom shape, fills it 1 to 100. Again, just a simple use of the texture progress bar. But what if we want something more creative, like a sphere or an arc? Let's take a look at how we can play with curves in this, and I'm going to show you a curve, I'll show you a double curve, and let's see what that looks like. Alright, again, reusing that same texture progress bar, I have this circle PNG that I'm going to pull over. It's got this shape. I've got the matching green PNG we're going to put into progress bar, but we're going to have to go up here into fill mode, and we are going to have to change this to clockwise. And the other thing we have to keep in mind is for this particular example, I wanted to show you that you can start different places. So I have the first 90 degrees missing. So I've got to go in here and I've got to tell it I want to start at 90 degrees. And then since I'm missing 90 degrees, I've got to tell it fill will be 270 degrees. And so we can hit run here, and boom. It knows that this is the start. It skips to 90 degrees and it only takes 270 degrees to get to 100%. And then we can add to this and make this a little more fun. And so I want to hit Control D to make a copy. And then what I want to do is I'm going to go here to size right here. I'm going to hold down Shift so that my size stays normal. And I've got the copy bar 2 selected. And I am going to just shrink it a little bit. And I'm going to switch over here to move, and I'm just going to kind of let this rest in this open space right here. And then what we can do is I want this bar to fill up, and then I want the second bar to fill up. And so the first bar is going to be 50%, the second bar is going to be 50%. So I'm going to go to the texture bar here, and then I want it to start at 0, and I want it to be full at 50%. And then we're going to go over to the second texture bar. I want it to start filling at 50%, and end at 100%. So we need to go into our script, and all we need to do is tell it that texture bar 2 also gets its value from the slider. We're going to hit run, and you can see it fills up. We get about 50%, and then it starts and it fills up the second bar starting at 50%. One other thing you can do to kind of add some creativity, we're going to click on the second bar here, and I'm just going to switch this to counterclockwise, and we're going to run it again, and you'll see it gets to 50%, and then it tries to fill there. But what I have to do is I'm now starting at 360, and so I need to update that. So in the radial fill, I am going to update this to 360. So it's at the top of the circle, and then we're going to go backwards 270 degrees. So here we go. We get to 50, and then boom, it starts filling back like that. Got two other ideas for you: a custom shape built of two shapes, and we've got an image one we're going to look at here in just a second. All right, what I want to do is I want to combine this arc with the bar, and I want to make it a seamless custom shape. So I'm going to Control A, not Control A, I'm sorry. I want to do Control D again to copy, and what I want to do is I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to go to Textures, and I'm going to go and I want to grab that red line. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to grab that green line. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to move this holding down Shift and get those guys lined up just right. Let's hear it. Yep, they're lined up just right. Now what I need to do is on this shape right here, I am going to change it from clockwise to left to right, because what I want to do is I want it to fill the circle, and then left to right fill here. And then I've got to do what I did earlier. I want it to start at 50. I want it to end at 100. And then my script still says text bar 1, text bar 2. We're going to hit run. And then as we take that slider, it fills the circle and then jumps over to the other. Another creative thing you can do is we can fill an image. And so let's take a look at that. Okay, one last fun thing we can do is I have an image that I put into Inkscape and created a silhouette out of. So I'm going to take that silhouette image that you see here. I'm going to throw it up here. Let's go ahead and hold down Shift, and let's resize this guy right here. And we'll just do it right here, and we'll kind of move it into the middle of the screen. And then I have the picture that was what was before. I made a silhouette out of it. I'm going to update this guy. Instead of being clockwise, it's going to be bottom to top. And then I'm going to hit play. And then as we do the slider, it fills in the image. And so these are several different ways you can get creative. Really, the options are unlimited as long as you pay attention to your fill modes, and if you need to adjust, you can adjust the min and maximum value, and actually I need to set that to 100, and the world is your oyster. I hope this was helpful. Please give me a like and a subscribe. Till the next time.